स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दम् कृपापूर्णम् जगत्पतिम् हरिषड्वर्गजेतारम् नित्यानन्दगुरुम् भजे। 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 ईक्षणात्रय विध्वंसम् गुणावस्था विवर्जितम् सर्वदेवम् सर्वमदम् नित्यानन्दगुरुम् भजे। ईक्षणात्रय
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। I welcome you all with my love and respects. Let me start with the story of the Shiva Sutra. We were actually contemplating during 1995 to present some traditional scripture in its authentic, true original form. I was thinking whether it should be Upanishad, or it should be Gita, or it should be Yoga Sutra, or it should be Ashtavakra Gita, or Brahma Sutra. So many scriptures we have. When I went through, practically every scripture had the parts which are original truths, pure truths, and the parts which are added for the sake of society to make it more understandable. The third part, compromising for the sake of the people who are not able to imbibe it. Every book has these three parts. One, the pure truth, as it should be told, as it should be said. The next, for the sake of society. Maybe the way in which they wanted to listen, explaining in that way. And the next, completely compromising. Sometime you will see masters do compromise for the sake of the disciples. A small story. Once one person goes to Ramana Maharshi and asks, Bhagavan, please give me some technique to achieve enlightenment. Ramana Maharshi says, just sit and see who is the person who wants to achieve enlightenment. Start seeking the source of the I in you. After 1 year, the devotee comes back and says, I think self-enquiry is too difficult for me, Bhagavan. Can I do meditation? Bhagavan says, all right. After 1 year, the same guy comes back and says, I think meditation is too difficult for me, Bhagavan. Can I do japa? Bhagavan says, all right, do it. really, again he comes back and says, japa is also very difficult for me. Can I do puja? Bhagavan says, all right, do puja. During the last meeting, there was a devotee who was taking notes of the teachings of Ramana Maharshi. What he will record? He will say, Bhagavan asked one devotee to do puja. So naturally, if he records and presents teachings of Ramana Maharshi, means Ramana Maharshi told disciples to do puja. No. He accepted, but that is not his message. Any scripture, some part truth and some part which is accepted, but that is not the ultimate truth. And the other part, compromising. Because of the deep doubts of Arjuna, even Krishna has to compromise in few places. In few places, even Krishna has to compromise. Because Arjuna is asking again and again the same question. Same question. If you see the questions which Arjuna is asking, only the words are changed, but the doubt is same. Doubt remains the same. For example, you go to an enlightened person and ask, how an enlightened person will behave, how an enlightened person will live, please tell me. If you have not lived around him and you are asking this question, perfectly all right. Means you want to know. You lived around him for 10 years and then you ask him how an enlightened master will behave, means you are trying to judge. Arjuna lived around Krishna 33 years. They were close friends, college mates actually. Both of them studied in same Gurukul. Now he is asking, tell me, how a Jivan Mukta, Sthita Prajna will be. It means what? Now he is going to refer whether Krishna has achieved that state or not. He heard all the teachings from the Krishna. He wants authority. Whether these teachings should be followed or not. A new person, somebody who comes today, if he asks me, how an enlightened person will behave, please tell me. It's perfectly all right. He's a new person, he is asking. But a disciple who lived around me 10 years, suddenly he is asking me one day, how an enlightened person will behave, please tell me, Swamiji. What it means? He is trying to corner me with my own words. Whatever word I utter, he can corner me. If I say enlightened person will be silent, he can corner me. If I say enlightened person will be speaking, he can corner me. Whatever scale you give, he can be cornered. So Krishna has to play with words. When you play with words, you have to compromise. Logic is too poor to express the truth. Sometimes, when you give the authority to logic, the truth is lost.
India has given birth to great Paramahamsas, mystics, saints and divine avatars who have consistently delivered this world from darkness to light. One such enlightened master, exuding divine grace, overwhelming compassion and unfathomable spiritual knowledge, all at a very young age, is Paramahamsa Nithyananda.
Koti Surya Swarupinam Anandagandha Ishwaram Bhakta Hridaya Nivasinam Nithyanandam Namostude. Koti Surya Swarupinam Anandagandha Ishwaram Bhakta Hridaya Nivasinam Namostute.
Nithyananda was born as Rajashekharan, the second son of his parents Arunachalam and Lokanayaki, in the temple town of Tiruvannamalai, South India. 10 days after he was born, the family astrologer predicted that Rajashekharan would grow up to become a Raja Sannyasi and guide the world, something his parents were not happy to hear. At the age of 10, Rajashekharan was initiated by Raghupati Yogi. In his moment of initiation, Rajashekharan was blessed with a vision of Parashakti. He went home and carved the vision he had in soapstone. One day, Rajashekharan was found etching a complex shape on a copper foil. It was the sacred Shri Chakra. The Shri Chakra is believed to be a diagrammatic representation of the cosmos. Shri Ramana Maharishi, Shri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and Sharada Devi were sources of inspiration for young Rajashekharan. At the age of 12, on the sacred day of Buddha Purnima, Rajashekharan had an intense encounter with the divine, an out-of-body experience that was to change the course of his life. By his 17th year, Rajashekharan's spiritual quest became too fierce to be ignored. He left home on a journey of arduous self-discovery with no assurance whatsoever, but only a glimpse of the divine he received at the age of 12. He wandered far and wide, studying and practicing meditation, from Tapovan in the Himalayas to Kanyakumari in the south, from Dwarka in the west to Ganga Sagar in the east. He wandered for 7 years in India and in Nepal. With just 2 pieces of clothing and a kamandalu, a holy water jug, and with no idea of where his next meal would be. One day in Gaurikund, he beheld a breathtaking vision. A young man with a glowing countenance and flowing locks was walking towards him with long strides and divine grace. Wonderstruck and gazing at him, Rajashekharan realized that this was none other than Mahavtar Babaji, the enlightened master dwelling in the Himalayas for thousands of years in perpetual youth. It was this great saint who looked at him and uttered the name Paramahamsa Sri Nithyananda, an enlightened being in a physical body, young at heart but wise in mind. Rajashekharan undertook years of rigorous penance, intense meditation practices, and in-depth study of yoga, tantra, Vedanta, and Shiva philosophies before he attained the ultimate state of consciousness, the state of Nithyananda, or eternal bliss. Word of the charismatic saint rode the winds in every direction. People visited Nithyananda from far and near. Effortlessly, he won their hearts. The time had come, and Nithyananda was ready to execute the real purpose of his divine birth. The purpose as a guru, as a master to the entire humanity. Life Bliss Foundation is his worldwide movement to spread his message of meditation and inner bliss. With its spiritual nerve center in Bangalore, India, and its Western Hemisphere headquarters in Los Angeles, USA, it operates through 1,000 centers and over 78 upcoming ashrams in 30 countries, causing transformation of humanity through transformation of the individual. How does one describe this great master? The charm of a child, the healing hands of a doctor, the compassion of a mother, the wisdom of a guru. To those who struggle under the many burdens of life, his presence itself is the answer they seek. In his arms, thousands find refuge, the ailing, the needy, and the seekers of God. The Master is an invitation to a journey inwards. In his own words, "Just allow me to light your being, then you will know that you are pure consciousness and your being pure bliss."
Nityam Sharanam Gacchami, Dhyanam Sharanam Gacchami, Anandam Sharanam Gacchami, Nithyanandam Sharanam Gacchami.
नित्यं चरणं गच्छामि, ध्यानं चरणं गच्छामि, आनन्दं चरणं गच्छामि, नित्यानन्दं चरणं गच्छामि, नित्यं चरणं गच्छामि, ध्यानं चरणं गच्छामि, आनन्दं शरणं गच्छामि, नित्यानन्दं शरणं गच्छामि,
नित्यं शरणं गच्छामि, ध्यानं शरणं गच्छामि, आनन्दं शरणं गच्छामि, नित्यानन्दं शरणं गच्छामि, नित्यं शरणं